design and produce outfits for dancers, athletes, performers, and special occasions. Irish dance dresses, ice skating dresses, ballroom gowns, Latin dresses, rhythmic gymnastics leotards, synchronized swimming. When I was younger, I was a dancer and a gymnast at the Downers Grove Park District. My senior year of high school, I joined the Downers Grove North artistic gymnastics team. I've always been a resident of Downers Grove. My dad looked around and hunted where would be a good place to permanently locate, and he said Downers Grove was it. And once you're here, you fall in love with the place.
Hi, I'm Michael Lind. Welcome back to ProVIEWS with the Procopio Group and Coldwell Banker Realty. Today we're showcasing another great local business in Downers Grove, Head to Toe Designs. I'm joined with its president and owner, Julie Schaefer. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
Why don't we get started with you telling us a little bit about your company?
Sure. Basically, I design and produce outfits for dancers, athletes, performers, and special occasions. A few of the things on that list are Irish dance dresses, ice skating dresses, ballroom gowns, Latin dresses, rhythmic gymnastics leotards, synchronized swimming. The list goes on and on. But just to give you a couple of the highlights, which helps give a pretty good idea of what I do create, is the world champion Lavin Dancity Irish dancers. They've won the world championships several years, and I've been making all their team costumes since I think about 2008. Then the Purdue Collegiate Ballroom team was on season 10 finale of Dancing with the Stars, and I was asked to make their gold Latin dresses. I had about 4 to 5 days to do it. It was a rush project, kind of crazy, but it was a lot of fun. And then I was also asked to do a wedding reception dress, a tango dress specifically for a Hollywood celebrity, Valerie Ortiz. Pretty much, if you're looking for anything Halloween costume up to a Moroccan wedding gown, I'm the person to call.
And you're right here in Downers Grove. How did you pick Downers Grove?
Well, I've always been a resident of Downers Grove. Basically, when I was born, I was in Indiana. My parents moved to O'Neillville. My dad looked around and hunted where would be a good place to permanently locate, and he said Downers Grove was it. And being a member of the community ever since then, you can't go anywhere else. Once you're here, you fall in love with the place.
And what was your inspiration? How did you get started?
When I was younger, I was a dancer and a gymnast at the Downers Grove Park District. My senior year of high school, I joined the Downers Grove North artistic gymnastics team. And from there, it was only natural that when I got married in 2000, my husband and me would take some ballroom dancing lessons. So we did. We had a fabulous wedding, lots of fun. And, we decided we loved dancing so much that we'd do some shows, and they talked us into doing competitions. And for all the shows and competitions, you need outfits to wear. So I kind of pulled out of my background making the rhythmic gymnastics Leos and my engineering skills, because I'm a degreed mechanical engineer, and started making my own stuff. And then, it's so funny how things evolve, because everybody at the studio eventually started asking me to make their stuff. And around 2003, I was pregnant, and my husband and me knew we did not want to put our kids in daycare. And looking at our circumstances, it just made so much sense for me to retire from the mechanical engineering career and sew costumes on a part-time basis so I could stay home with, the hopefully multiple kids that we'd be having. So I did, and I met a local specialty fabric shop owner, Pam, and she really mentored me in the construction of these things and how to run a business. And basically, then word of mouth and the quality that I can't put something out that's going to fall apart, that doesn't look good, that doesn't feel right. It's the perfectionist and the OCD in me that it's going to be perfect before it leaves the door. And those things and wanting to try new things and technologies, the word of mouth referrals have just spread. So this little part-time side income business is now really a growing business that sometimes it's more than full-time, which is good. I thrive on the pressure of creating things and getting things done.
And Julie, how has the current pandemic crisis shutdown affected your business?
Well, unfortunately, I have to say it has pretty much shut my business down. And let me explain. When you're doing fittings on people or meeting to design, design you might be able to attempt to do over Zoom, not likely. Fittings, you need to be working with that person, up close and personal. But even with those things taken into consideration, um, the projects I normally have on the docket for right now are Irish dance dresses, ballroom dresses, and ice skating dresses. And pretty much the ballroom competitions and the ice skating competitions, they've all been canceled. Um, the Irish dancers, who their big month was March, a lot of their feshes and shows that they did got canceled. Their world competition was also canceled. So nobody was going over to Ireland. The nationals in July has been canceled. So pretty much any projects that I would have for any of those competitions and shows, they've either been canceled or put on hold. So my business and what I typically do, it's on hold until the dancers start dancing and the performers start performing and the athletes start competing again. Um, I know I was working on several quotes and contracts for some more Irish dance schools. And after talking to those studio owners, they're just hoping that they can keep their doors open till the end of the pandemic. So again, I'm on hold for that type of thing. I've pretty much decided that I'm going to use the time that I have wisely. Like I was mentioning to you earlier, you get in this design phase and you don't have time to clean things up, and you do one project and then you go on to another and you just have this huge explosion. Well, my studio, I'm ashamed to admit it, it was a mess. It has since been cleaned up, and I found new materials and realized I had some capabilities I had forgotten about. So I'm just thinking ahead, putting patterns together so that when I do get these orders in again, I'm going to be ready and to jump in with both feet and start going. For temporarily, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and make a batch of face coverings. I know there's a lot out there and you can pretty much get them anywhere now, which, doesn't make me want to do this, but I've heard enough people complaining about how they fit and how uncomfortable they are. And then it's just natural that I would take the ones that I've been making for my family. I've gotten to about the 10th iteration until it's something I'm happy wearing, that it makes sense to go ahead and put it together and sell it for a little bit of income that I'm missing right now.
So, taking your talents from head to toe designs and putting them to use in the current crisis, that's a good entrepreneurial pivot. How can the community support you and head to toe designs?
Um, Really, remember I'm here. Like I said, everything's always been word of mouth. So I have never found it necessary to advertise. So being in an interview like this is a little bit foreign to me, but I'm enjoying getting to meet you and know you, just like I do all my clients. So remember I'm here. When you do start competing or dancing or performing again, give me a call. Let me see how I can help you. Like I said before, everything's individualized. So I will definitely be taking the time to take everything into consideration, and I know COVID's affecting everybody, so that's what I'll be doing. And then if you need a face covering and you're not happy with how yours fits, please go ahead and buy the one I'm making.
And how are you involved in the community?
Well, as a long-term resident of Downers Grove, I pretty much keep the philosophy that my parents instilled in me, is to help out where I can, whether I'm doing a custom signature embroidered pillow for like a St. Joseph auction fundraiser, or I'm doing some last minute alterations for a play for the Chesterton Academy of the Family high school production, or even just donating extra fabric and materials to District 58 preschool. I'm going to continue to do whatever I can.
Well, I hope you get a lot of orders for those. Why don't you give our viewers your contact information?
The best way to reach me and to find out a little bit more about what I do is to go to my website. It's headtotoedesigns.com. And you can also get my phone number from there or just give me a call at 630-308-9721. And I'll do whatever I can for you.
Thank you very much, Julie. I enjoyed meeting you today.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed meeting you too.
Please join us again next time when we'll showcase another great local business in Downers Grove. For ProVIEWS, the Procopio Group, and Coldwell Banker Realty, I'm Michael Lind. Thanks for watching.